Okay. This is weird. I know the angle is a little off right now. This is gonna be probably the first of many sit down talks that I'm gonna be doing for myself. I think it'll be fun to kind of make some mini recordings as a sort of diary to myself, of where I'm at in these next couple of months or years. I don't really know how long I'm gonna be doing this for, but just thought it'd be fun, so why not start? I'm a recent graduate from the University of Toronto in computer science, and yeah, I just finished a couple months ago, September 2025. I'll have my upcoming graduation by the end of this month. Right now it's October. I've been spending the last month or so, grinding a job search, which has been pretty interesting. Yeah, the job market in Canada right now is pretty tough at least for computer science students. At least it seems that way. Yeah, I've just been, applying day to day. My daily routine is kind of just been applying in the morning times. Every now and then I'll go to the gym after I apply. And then when I get back home, there's something called Leak Code, which is basically kind of like preparation problems that you could do for questions that you'll typically be asked in interviews for computer science or software engineering roles. So yeah, I've just been, doing that on a day-to-day basis. I've definitely been making an effort to spend more time with my family and friends. So that's kind of nice because, when you're applying day to day, it can be pretty disheartening. I think at this point now I've had 200 applications that I've posted out since I started my job search. And I'm thankful that I've gotten some responses, because I've heard even worse outcomes from other people. But out of the 200 applications so far, I've probably gotten attention from 3 different companies. So three different screening interviews, but none of those really went anywhere. And then yeah, probably 2 other companies replied giving an online assessment, but yeah, I bombed one of them. So it was a good learning opportunity, but I didn't go anywhere with that. And then the second one, yeah, I completed it, but it was from IBM. Completed their online assessment, and yeah, just waiting for a response. It's kind of fun to talk to myself, but I don't know. I don't know what to talk about, because I guess I don't know what's interesting to you guys who are watching. But I'm sure someone's kind of in a similar situation or can relate somehow. I mean, I'm sure of it because I'm not the only one applying to those jobs. I see the numbers, hundreds of other people are applying to the same position. So I know you guys are out there. I don't know if this is necessarily out of my comfort zone. I think recording in public right now, I gotta ease into it a little bit. I'm sorry about the angle. Right now it's all I could do. But I hope the audio's fine. This is these mics. It's the Hollyland Lark M2. You can see over here, I have like a little microphone that's magnetic and it's attached to like my sweater. But yeah, I thought I'd invest in, you know, at least decent sound quality for these videos. It kind of encourages me anyways now that I have it to actually record something because now I have no more excuses. So I think right now my life has been pretty centered around, you know, finding just some sort of job. Uh, I think at the start of my job search, it was definitely a little more stressful just because, for one, I had all, I guess, the free time in the world now that I finished my schooling. So I didn't really have a routine or a schedule set in place um, for what I wanted to achieve on a day-to-day basis. Like obviously I knew that the next step was to get a job, but basically I think it's important for you to have like systems in place in order to achieve your goals. And what I mean by that is like, okay, you have the goal for getting a job, a software development engineering role, but the system is every day I'm gonna be taking 1 hour to spend practicing lead code, or you know, every week I'll have a target goal of sending out, I don't know, 10 applications, whatever. It's not necessarily 10, but whatever you have in mind, I think it's important to have kind of like stepping stones um, between right now and your goal, which is generally like in the near future. Hopefully, getting a job is in the near future. So, yeah, when I started out on my job search, I think that there were a couple moments where I was definitely like feeling more down-ish. I think at the very start there was like a burst of motivation. Um, you know, I just finished school. I did have a little more free time, so now I had like some time to dedicate towards like hard applying. Uh, you know, committed the entire day towards updating my resume, creating kind of like revised versions of my projects so that I could kind of like showcase those in an easier way during my interviews. Um, yeah, but I think like very quickly I started to realize how rough the job market actually was, at least like in Canada. I was definitely keeping up with like those goals I set for myself on a daily basis of applying to X amount of kind of places, making sure I dedicate X amount of time towards like interview prep. And I was just like, I was really motivated essentially. Um, but I don't know, after about just a couple of weeks of doing that consistently, I think it felt like a little disheartening. For the job search, it was like I was doing all this work and it felt like it was going to nowhere. Like I'd receive no responses from interviewers, not even rejection emails. It just like, I don't know, felt like it was going nowhere. And I'm the type of person who really likes to like optimize their time. It felt bad. Honestly, it just felt bad. Um, yeah, so after like a couple of weeks, there were moments where I felt down, but it got better from there. I think that first time when I was feeling down, what helped me was there were actually two things. The first thing was I actually journaled for the first time. I always hear that it's good for you, but it actually helped me. So when I was feeling like overwhelmed, um, because I felt like I was getting nowhere, I basically got my iPad and just started writing um, what I was feeling. The first entry I made was like, hey, this is me. It's like 2 a.m. at night, and I'm feeling pretty down. And then I feel like I'm overwhelmed because I don't have any results that I'm seeing in the work that I'm putting into the job search. And I said that was particularly disheartening because that's never happened to me before. Like, anytime I've kind of done any task or project, even if it's like homework for a school class, at least that's working towards something, right? If you complete like one exercise assigned to you for your homework, you're one step closer to kind of completing that course. So there's value in that. If I'm doing my internship or like I have some experience, even if it's not paid, right? At least it's allowing me to build my skills. But yeah, it just felt like if I was spending all my time applying, what skills do I gain from applying to 20 different companies in a week? I don't know. Maybe there's something there that you do gain. I guess I get better at applying to jobs. Yeah, I think there. Yeah, maybe there are like some uh, things that you get better at during that process. But at the time, it just felt like there was no benefit to doing what I was doing, just because it was so hard to see results. But yeah, by the end of that, I kind of jotted down what I thought would help resolve those issues. So I think I basically concluded, and this was like after me also looking into like a couple of videos or like online Reddit posts of people saying, oh, I kind of feel like overwhelmed as well. Because, it's nice to kind of learn from people who are in different situations but got out of that situation. So, what I ended up concluding from that was that something like a roadmap would really be helpful. I essentially jotted out a roadmap for what I wanted to kind of achieve on a weekly basis, and then within that weekly basis, what I wanted to complete on a daily basis. And that was all um, in order to achieve the larger goal of landing a software engineering role somewhere. At this point, software engineering, IT role, I just need experience, right? I'm down for anything. So if you wanted to know, for the weekly target, I was trying to strive for like, what was it, like 18 leak code problems in a week. That meant on a daily basis, I should be striving for like 3 problems every day. And then that was in addition to kind of just doing my routine of applications on a daily basis. Also, just randomly, sometimes I'll get motivated to upskill like a certain technology. But yeah, I think that helped.